My dear students, in continuation that the topic already started, that is human reproduction, we are going to deal with the spermatogenesis. That is already, that it takes place during two phases: formation of spermatid. The first is the formation of spermatid, and the second is supermeiogenesis. Supermeiogenesis. These are the two phases by which the formation of the spermatozoa takes place. So far the spermatid stage is concerned, formation of spermatid stage, it involves multiplicative phase. Firstly, or what we call as the mitotic phase. The second phase of this formation of spermatid, that is the growth phase. And the third stage, that is called as the maturation phase. So far the multiplicative or the mitotic phase is concerned, it involves the rapid mitotic division of the diploid, primary or primordial germ cell. That is already 2n. That leads to the mitotic divisions in that very cell, primordial germ cell. This is called as gonocytes. They are present in the germinal epithelium of the seminiferous tubules of the testes. This forms large number of diploid and rounded supermother cells. As a result, supermother cells are formed from the mitotic division of these primordial germ cells. These are large, they are rounded. They are called as spermatogonia. This is the formation of spermatogonia, or what we call as supermother cells. Some spermatogonia act as stem cells called type A spermatogonia. So there is no menopause in human male and go on dividing and adding new cells by repeated mitotic divisions, so forming spermatogenic lineage. But some spermatogonia move inward and enter into growth phase, that is type 2 spermatogonia. But so far the second stage is concerned, that is called the growth phase. It is characterized by spermatocytogenesis. This involves spermatocytogenesis. This is the process by which diploid spermatogonium increases in size about twice by the accumulation of nutritive materials derived from the germinal cells and not synthesized in the cytoplasm and replication of DNA, and forms diploid primary spermatocyte. As a result, in this stage, diploid primary spermatocytes are formed. Nutritive materials are derived from germinal cells. During this, primary spermatocyte prepares itself to enter meiosis. But so far this third stage is concerned, maturation or meiotic phase. This is also called as meiotic or maturation phase. It is characterized by meiosis. The diploid primary spermatocyte undergoes meiosis first, reductional or heterotypical division, and forms two haploid cells called secondary spermatocytes. Secondary spermatocytes are formed by the first meiotic division. So each diploid spermatogonium produces 4 haploid spermatids. Different stages of spermatogenesis are interconnected by cytoplasmic strands till spermatogenesis, when the maturing and interconnected gametes separate from each other. So far this second stage is concerned, that is supermeiogenesis. Supermeiogenesis is the transformation of a non-motile, rounded and haploid spermatid. Conversion of this spermatid into the sperm. This spermatid is non-motile. It is rounded. It is rounded in shape. It is non-motile in shape. It converts the sperm. It converts into sperm which is motile, which is spinal in shape, into a functional and motile spermatozoon. This stage is called as spermiogenesis or spermioteliosis. The main aim is to increase the sperm motility by reducing weight and development of locomotor structure. It involves the following changes. The changes which are involved during the conversion of this spermatid into the spermatozoa, or what we call as a sperm. Those changes are: nucleus becomes condensed, that is, condensation of nucleus takes place, number one. The second change, as part of the Golgi body of spermatid, form the acrosome. The Golgi bodies form acrosome or the head of the sperm. This is the second important change. Centrioles of spermatid form the neck of sperm. Centriole, which is present in the spermatid, that forms the neck of the sperm. Distal centriole gives rise to axoneme. Distal centriole gives rise to axoneme. One more change takes place. Mitochondria forms a spiral ring behind the neck around the distal centriole and proximal part of axoneme. This is called Nevin curve. Nevin curve. One more change is there. Most of cytoplasm is lost, but some cytoplasm forms sheath of tail of sperm. Sheath of tail of sperm is formed by the cytoplasm. The spermatid is mature into spermatozoa in deep folds of the cytoplasm of the Sertoli cells. The cytoplasm of the Sertoli cells in which spermatozoa mature. These Sertoli cells are also called as nerve cells, which also provide nourishment to them. Mature spermatozoa are released in the lumen of seminiferous tubules, called spermiation. That process is called spermiation. At this stage, the sperms are poorly motile, non-motile. The two testes of young adult form about 120 million sperms each day. The two testes of young adult form about 120 million sperms each day. In human male, spermatogenesis starts only at puberty due to increased secretion of gonadotropic releasing hormone. This is under the control of gonadotropic releasing hormone from the hypothalamus of brain. It stimulates adenohypophyse to secrete gonadotropins. Those gonadotropins are two in number: follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. That's also called as interstitial cell stimulating hormone in males. Luteinizing hormone stimulates leading cells of testes secrete male sex hormones called androgens, the most important of which is testosterone. This is the hormonal control in the production of sperms. Testosterone stimulates the spermatogenesis, especially spermiogenesis. Follicle stimulating hormone stimulates the Sertoli cells of testes to secrete certain factors which helps in the process of spermiogenesis. This is called the physiological control or the hormonal control of the production of sperms. That is all for today.